Hello everyone, welcome back to Speedy Japanese Year 4 Lesson 8, where today we're going to be looking a little bit at counting in Japanese and counting patterns. So some of you may be familiar with some of these basics, but we will expand upon them. For those of you that are new, we will run over the number system in a basic form and then progress on from there. So we'll get right into it today. So when we count in Japanese, I'll run over the basic numbers 1 to 10 and then how it works when counting beyond those. I don't expect you to be able to count to 1,000 today, but just in case we'll give you the basic tools, because some older, more advanced students may look at this as they're learning on their way through. So, alright, starting in Japanese, now some of you will be familiar. If you are, please count along with me. In Japanese, 1 is ichi, say it with me, ichi. 2 is ni, ni, just like the sound ni, as in nani nune no, ni for 2. 3 is san, san, san. Alright, say it with me, san. Alright, 4 is shi or yon. And now a different word is used depending on what you are counting, but shi or yon are 4. 5 is go. Say it with me, go. 6 is roku, roku. Say it with me, roku. Alright. 7 is shichi or nana, shichi, nana. So shichi or nana, again depending on what we're counting. 8 is hachi. Say it with me, hachi. Did you say it? Hachi. Right. 9 is kyu, kyu. And 10 is ju, ju. Say it with me, ju. Alright. Now when we want to count beyond 10, it's a simple matter of using 10 plus whatever we want to say. For example, 11 is 10 plus 1, ju plus ichi, ju ichi. 12, ju ni, ju san, ju yon, all the way through to 20. 20 is ni ju, so 2 tens, ni ju. 21, ni ju ichi, and it proceeds in that manner all the way up to 100, which is hyaku. And then if you wanted to go above 100, you would say, for example, 110 would be hyakuju, or 111, hyakuju-ichi would be 111. So it's quite an easy counting system. It repeats itself all the way up to 1,000, which is sen. So 1,111 would be, momentarily tongue-tied myself, would be sen hyakuju-ichi. So 1,011. So it counts up like that, but the basics that we covered, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10, 1 to 10 in basic Japanese. What we'll also look at today is a basic counter. The Japanese number system uses different sorts of counters for different objects. For example, if you're counting people, it's a different counter than if you're counting drink bottles. So we'll look at the counter for people, because we'll use that in our introduction that we learned earlier on, which is how many people are in your family. Obviously, to respond to that, you need to be able to say the counter for people. For example, in my how many people are in your family? If you're going to ask me that, you'd say, Anata no kazoku ni wa nannin desu ka? How many people are in your family? And I would say, Watashi no kazoku ni 9 nin desu. That's right, 9 people in my family. It's a big family. So there's 9 of us. 9 nin desu. So nin is the counter for people. Now it does start off a little bit different, but after a few it's always a number and then nin. So it's a little bit different on the sides. Hittori is 1 person. Hittori. 2 people is futari. Futari. And then from 3 onwards it's really easy. 3 nin, 4 nin, 5 nin, 6 nin, 7 nin, 8 nin, 9 nin, 10 nin. So we always use the number and then nin, except for 1 and 2, which is hitori, futari. Hitori, futari, 3 nin, 4 nin, 5 nin, 6 nin, 7 nin, 8 nin, 9 nin, 10 nin. Alright? So counting people, always use the number and nin. So try and ask each other how many people are in your family and answer it with the appropriate number and then nin. So practice that out on each other. Mum and Dad, if you're helping your son or daughter, go ahead and practice with them. Ask them how many people are in the family and have them answer you in Japanese. Last bit, as a just sort of interesting side note that I learnt when I was in Japan, Japanese people consider the numbers 4 and 9 to be unlucky. Different parts of Japan believe differently, but it's really quite funny to see because the number for 4, which is shi, is actually the same word, different kanji, that is used for death. Death in Japanese is also shi. So 4 is considered to be unlucky, and for the same reason, 9 or kyu sounds very similar to the Japanese sound for suffering, which is ku or kurushimi. So both 4 and 9 are considered unlucky for different reasons, and as a result, as you travel around Japan, you will notice that certain places, for example, won't have a 4th floor. There'll be an apartment block and it'll go 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 5th floor. There'll be no 4th floor, and when they number the units, it'll be unit 101, 102, 103, 105, and you'll see them skip 4 and sometimes 9 quite regularly, so really interesting to know. Not all of Japan is like that. Some places are a little bit less superstitious, more modern, but certainly something I observed in my Japanese travel that I thought was quite funny. So thought I'd share that with you so you have a little interesting tidbit to watch out for when you're there. So I hope you enjoyed Year 4, Lesson, I think 8, that'd be embarrassing if I forgot, Lesson 8, which is counting and counting patterns. Remember to use and practice them regularly. If you have any questions, just hit us up down below or either comment on the YouTube video or send us an email to contact speedyjapanese@gmail.com. Thanks guys, have a great day.